Before starting today's video, I just wanted you guys to see that I went back, replayed through the entire story, making sure not to collect any of the other types of scrolls nor memories after playing through the fragment. This trophy, the story assembler, is bugged beyond belief. You cannot grab any red scrolls on the PS4 version of the game, or PS3 version for that matter, because it glitches out the count of scrolls that you have, and even when you get this 100% of the story's message, you are not getting the trophy. So instead, what you want is to have it appear just as you get into this screen for the first time, getting the message you have assembled 100% of the stories, and getting the log. This should activate the trophy like it didn't for me in the playthrough, because we had collected absolutely everything as soon as we saw it, and that was our last trophy, so of course that unlocks a perfect Storm Master. With that out of the way, let's begin the episode. Hello everyone, and welcome to the very last video on Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 here on the channel. We're auto-loading right now, and after getting that little bit out of the way, getting the trophies and whatnot, let me show you a few of the things that I wanted to talk about today. First off, Ultimate Adventure. Let's load the game, because whenever I started trying to go for the actual trophy and replaying through the game, I didn't know if the scrolls would show up again if I did a New Game Plus. That's right, this game does have indeed New Game Plus. And you can check out right here, we are in the middle of the story, and everything from your items and your money get carried over, but your friendship levels, as well as over here. You get your materials, your items, everything is passed on to the next file. Items are passed on as well, just as materials do, and your valuables are not. So you have to redo everything side quest related if you want another 100% run, but more importantly, it does not show the scrolls again. So if you ran into the same glitch that I did with that trophy, meaning that you picked up any other type of scrolls before coming and checking the full story or the full history list without like having talked to the guy in Tsunade's room, you're not gonna get the trophy, so you're gonna have to play the game again. The entirety of the story all the way to the fragment. And the big thing to unlock the fragment is you have to do the doll matches. So if you come over here, see all the stories, we've already gotten every single one of them. This passes on to a new save file as well whenever you choose New Game Plus. So this is not a fix for the bug. You are going to have to erase your progress and start over from scratch. New Game Plus is not a way to fix that. The way that I did it, I downloaded the game on my PS5 and did not download the saves. And that's how I started over, because, well, loading was just a teensy tiny little bit faster. So I wanted to show the fact that this game does have indeed New Game Plus. A lot of the side quests are gonna be just a breeze, especially involving the Ninja Tool Maniac or Freak over here, because you already have all of the Ninja Tools. And of course, with all of the Ninja Tools, it's so much easier to breeze through some of the fights, especially when you use the Defense Rupturing Tag X and this giant power pills. It just makes everything a breeze, because you will deal 4 times the damage. So yeah, it's incredibly easy if you want to go through New Game Plus. Now, one of the main things that I wanted to do today was go over each and every single one of... Oh, right. I haven't gotten all Tauntaun's pearls in this file. I wanted to go over every single one of the different ninja info cards and titles that we have in the game. So let's begin with that. Ninja info cards right over here. Stop summoning Panda, we've acquired all ninja info cards, of course. So we have, in order, I'm gonna put them all in there so that you can see them. They are from all across the Naruto series up until this point, including movies that were not referenced in the game. The one that I have equipped right now is not referenced at all, so if you haven't watched Naruto Road to Ninja, you're gonna be spoiled. just a little bit of a clarification. Alright, let's begin with Naruto just coming back into the Hidden Leaf Village, Naruto getting fired up, then fired up again. Sakura, when she sees Naruto again, and she goes like, wow, he actually grew up. And then he does the sexy jutsu, and then everything goes to crap, and goes on to this. Sakura enraged. Then Kakashi, during the bell drill, once again getting ready to face Naruto and Sakura. Jiraiya, this is, I think, from part 1. Both of these Jiraiya ones, or maybe this one is from... No, this is when Naruto does the sexy jutsu. Yeah. Then we got Konohamaru, all grown up, 3 years later. You also got Iruka, when Naruto and him go for ramen. Ebisu, once again, 3 years later. Tsunade, being annoyed. Shizune, being scared at it. Teuchi, you know, from Ichiraku Ramen. You got Gaara fighting Deidara. You got Kankuro. And Tamari, when she was still traveling through the Hidden Leaf Village. You got Baki and Chiyo. One of the only times that you actually get to see Chiyo be super happy and whatnot. They don't give her a lot of screen time, and the times that they do give her screen time, she's extremely serious. And I mean, she's a serious character and whatnot, but she also has a sense of humor, so this one I actually like a lot. You also have Gaara over here, whenever he was about to pass away and is being revived by Chiyo. This is how it looks in the anime. Nope, sorry. Then you got the flashback to part 1 with Naruto, when the Nine Tails was sealed inside of him. You got part of episode 1 when Naruto was asking Iruka to try on his headband. Then you got Team 7, when originally put together to fight Kakashi on the bell-stealing drill, as well as 1,000 Years of Death! Both parts. After passing the test, Kakashi says everything is well, and Team 7 is now ready to take on missions. Of course, Naruto and Sasuke will always be fighting, but when they got together to discuss about their dreams and what they wanted to do as ninja, Sasuke used this pose to say, I dislike plenty of things, and I don't like many things. I just hate one person who I swore to kill. Yeah, pretty serious guy. But then, in the Land of Waves, you got this scene over here of Sasuke instinctively protecting Naruto from Haku's attacks. Then on the Chunin exams, the way that they met Orochimaru for the first time, well, yeah, that was very creepy. Sasuke telling Naruto that he was one of the people that he wanted to fight, and Naruto meeting Jiraiya for the first time. Well, one of the few first times. Naruto, during the Chunin exams, being all like, I'm never giving up! And Gaara, through the same Chunin exams when he was all conceited and thought that he only had to matter to himself. And while he was saying exactly that, being taken over by the One Tail, also known as the Shukaku, well, yeah, this happened. And Naruto reacts accordingly by saying, no, I thought he was strong because he fought just for himself, but really, it's all the other people. And then he charges up with chakra, goes Kagebunshi no Jutsu, and overwhelms Gaara. Throughout the same arc, at the same time, the third Hokage was fighting back at the Chunin exam arena. Who? Well, he was fighting Orochimaru because he was invading. And before he passed away, it was decided and he decided to go with the Reaper Seal Jutsu, the same one that the 4th Hokage used to seal the Nine Tails inside of Naruto. Then flashback again to Shippuden. We got Sasori of the Sand, both versions of him, Deidara, Neji while he was fighting during this Kasakage rescue arc. Then you got Rock Lee, Tenten, and Might Guy, who also has a super powerful version when he opens some of his inner gates. You got Kiba, Akamaru, Shino, and Hinata hiding from Naruto when she sees him for the first time after 3 years. Then you got, of course, Itachi and Kisame, the other two Akatsuki that make an appearance on the first arc of Shippuden. You got Lee, and then you got this image over here. It's a weirdly placed PNG of Guy carrying Kakashi after the Kasakage rescue arc when they are going back to the Hidden Leaf. They are competing, and Lee tries to carry Neji and or Naruto so that he can raise Guy back. Kakashi is not happy about this in the slightest, and it's a type of humor that the show shows, but it's not easily transcribed into the game unless it is in a cutscene. So that's something. Then you got Sakura being all annoyed with her inner Sakura, part of the character that was, not sadly, but unfortunately just given up partway through Shippuden. It started showing less and less and less. Most importantly because Sakura stopped showing up as much. Then you got Naruto, just being happy. Sakura while fighting Sasori. And then you got Naruto in what looks to be like an intro to the series. Weird filters. This is before Instagram. Then you got the Reaper Seal Jutsu from the 3rd Hokage. You have Gaara after being defeated, lying in front of Naruto after he defeated Gaara. And then you got Sarutobi, the 3rd Hokage, passing away. Sasuke when he learned the Chidori and was fighting Itachi whenever he found him and said, "Just like you said, I've hated you all these years." And then tried to attack him, and Itachi just kicked the crap out of him, telling him, "You lack hate." And then used the Tsukuyomi on Sasuke, making him relive the exact same night when all the clan was annihilated over and over again. Jiraiya teaching Naruto the Rasengan, Naruto trying to learn the Rasengan, Jiraiya bowing for Naruto in front of Orochimaru, Orochimaru being cocky and saying, "Nope, that's a no-talent brat." Naruto stopping Kabuto with his hand, getting his hand cut off, and trying to do the Rasengan for the first time. Then Naruto stopping Kankuro with a hit, and hitting him with the Rasengan with his hand cut open. This is Sakura while trying to stop Sasuke from leaving the village. Sasuke telling Sakura, "You haven't changed. You're still annoying." And then telling Sakura, "Thank you," before he left the village for Orochimaru. After that, Naruto chases Sasuke, and he is decided 100% to leave the village. So, using the curse mark powers, he fights Naruto. Of course, this leads Naruto to think about the people that he holds precious and dear to him, and thus ends the first part. Then back to Shippuden, part of the second arc, the Sasuke reconnaissance, Orochimaru, Tenchi Bridge thing. You got Sai over here, the first time that we see him, Captain Yamato, and this iconic, freakishly weird look that Yamato gives Naruto because this creeps him the heck out. You got Naruto traveling to Tenchi Bridge, and you got Orochimaru waiting in the shadows. As well as, well, you actually don't see them in the games, but this is a squad of dogs that Kakashi can summon, and they just search around for smells. This is used to track, and it's very efficient, very nice and neat, but they don't show up in the games. Then you got Shikamaru on the next arc, as well as Asuma, and these two guys that usually just guard the front door in the Leaf Village. They haven't seen a lot of action, but they're certainly there during that arc where Asuma passes away. You got Ino, and you got Choji. Hungry as always. Then you got Kurenai, after she's... well, in the anime, she's technically not retired yet, but she does retire afterwards when she learns of Asuma's passing, and she learns that she is pregnant. Of course, you got an image of Kakuzu in one of his weird forms with his hearts in front of his face, and then you got Hidan being all annoyed and stuff. Also, Hidan in his ritual thing makeup. Then you got Tantan and Naruto in his four-tailed form, as well as the Shukaku in his full form and the nine tails before being sealed. You also get the nine tails as a background to Naruto whenever Sasuke actually looked at Naruto's chakra at the fight at the end of the first part. As well as Sasuke being creeped out by that and asking Naruto, "What are you?" Naruto being all angry and stuff in his one-tailed form and going, "I'm your friend!" And so Sasuke has to go into the second level of the Cursed Mark, and he attacks with a Black Chidori like this, shouting, "Naruto!" While Naruto attacks with a Vermilion Rasengan, going all like, "Sasuke!" In the end, they both clash, Naruto and Sasuke breaking their bond. Or that's what Sasuke thought when he won. Kakashi arrives moments later just to say, "Naruto, I am sorry, I was too late, I could not stop him." And Sasuke leaves for Orochimaru. Sakura is determined to become stronger. Naruto awakes in the hospital. Jiraiya tells him, "I'm gonna be your teacher officially now. In 3 years, you'll become a fully fledged ninja." And then says, "You have to give up on Sasuke." So Naruto says, "If that's what being smart is, I'm staying a fool my entire life." And so Jiraiya is moved by his words and says, "Well, you might be foolish enough to make this work. Just be ready." And Naruto goes, "Yeah!" Finally, Naruto leaves the Hidden Leaf Village with Jiraiya for the next 3 years. Back to Shippuden, this is Sasuke and Sasuke's second level Cursed Mark transformation after 3 years. Not a lot has changed for him, huh? This is Sasuke using the Taka outfit after learning the truth about his brother. And of course, the first time he awoke, the Mangekyo Sharingan. Then you got Suigetsu, one of the weirdest characters, in my opinion. Then you got Karin, a little bit of a bipolar, but then you got Bipolar Jugo, the first one to ever have a Cursed Mark and the source of them all. Then you got Kabuto 3 years later, and Orochimaru 3 years later, as well as Orochimaru as Sasuke is trying to destroy him. You got one member of the Akatsuki that was only shown in cutscenes during the game. You got Setsu. You got Tobi, and Tobi's true nature, an Uchiha. He's going by Madara Uchiha. Then you got Itachi during the fight with Sasuke, being truly evil to his little brother, but right by the end, as he approaches Sasuke, he says, "I'm sorry, Sasuke. This is the last time." And once again pokes his forehead. Then you got the arc in which everybody cried. It's Jiraiya versus Pain. And you got the Chief Toad, and you got the other frogs, toads. This is Gamaken. This is Gamabunta, is it? And then you got Fukasaku, and I always have called her Ma because that's what Fukasaku calls her, and I never memorized her name. I am so sorry, but she loves to cook. And you have to eat bugs over at Mount Myoboku because that's what is there, and she is a frog and they eat bugs. Yummy cooking! And then you got Sage Jiraiya. The reason why Jiraiya's nose inflates like that, something that they don't explain here in the games, is that natural energy gets all the energy in nature inside of your body. So If you absorb way too much natural energy for your body to handle, or it becomes unstable inside of your body, it starts to turn you into whatever type of energy you are absorbing. As Jiraiya is a Sage Toad, then the energy that he was absorbing was Toad Sage energy. So whenever he gets that into his body, he starts to transform inside, like his face starts to transform into that of a toad's. That's why his nose gets so weird like that. Then you got Naruto training up, reaching the Hidden Leaf Village for the first time at the top of a water tank, I think? Then you got the moment that Gaara always remembers when talking about him becoming Kasakage and remembering telling Kankuro that he wanted to become something precious for the people. Turning a new leaf. The remembrance of Gaara as a baby being alone as he grew up, and then looking over at Naruto where the grass was way cleaner and greener and stuff, and he had people around him. That is what inspired him. You got then Sasori, the boy who lost his parents, tried turning them into puppets to have them back. And then the Akatsuki, getting stuff out of the Jinchuriki. Sai's brother, and remembrances of part 1 from Team Asuma, Inoshikacho, growing up and getting piercings because that's a tradition for Inoshikacho. Then you get Kurenai, now knowing that she's pregnant, the image of Naruto and Kakashi testing out the new jutsu. In the game, you can't really see it that well in the flashback because it's very fast, it goes by very fast in the secret factor, but it is actually Kakashi using the Rasengan, so yes, Kakashi can actually use the Rasengan, and Naruto is trying to infuse his own Rasengan with Wind Chakra. As he looks behind him, Kakashi looks at Naruto and sees in him the reflection of the 4th Hokage. Then you got a big image of the village hidden in the rain, while Pain looks over it. And flashbacks to Kimimaru and Jugo, all the way back in part 1, more than 3 years ago. Then you got Itachi when he was younger, still part of the Hidden Leaf. Baby Sasuke being all mad at Itachi for not helping him with his Shuriken Jutsu. And then Itachi with his famous phrase, "I'm sorry Sasuke, another time." In Japanese, Yuruse Sasuke, mata kondo. And then carrying him back home, as compensation. You got Pain, 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 the one that Jiraiya actually managed to destroy. You got the same Pain. This one is being inflicted with Toad Chakra, if I'm not mistaken. And Pain, and the replacement Pain. So these are the 7 paths of Pain. The reason is the one for the summoning got replaced after Jiraiya destroyed them. So yeah, that's why. There's 6 paths of Pain, and there's a 7th just for replacement. Then you got Conan, being formed from paper and whatnot. And then we get to the miscellaneous. Kakashi reading the Makeout series. One of Gamabunta's kids that makes friends with Naruto. And then Gamakichi. One of these is Gamakichi. I don't know which one it is. I forgot. Honestly, I did forget. But these are the kids of the Chief Toad, and so they come help Naruto out as summons. Then you got the 1st Hokage, the 2nd Hokage, the 3rd Hokage, Tsunade the 5th Hokage, Minato, the 4th Hokage, and Jiraiya. Some of these are taken out from before this section, and they are explained kind of sort of in the arc, The Tale of Jiraiya the Gallant. There's something that is a little bit unspoken in a lot of these games, and sometimes in the fandom in general. There is a weird cycle with Naruto and the teacher-student relationships in it. You can see it as a little bit of a cycle, and if you go all the way back to the 1st and 2nd Hokage, Sarutobi, the 3rd Hokage, was a student of the first 2 Hokages. Then he had Jiraiya, Orochimaru, and Tsunade as his apprentices. That's why they were known as the three Sannin. They received special training from them, and they got to know the first and second Hokage. That's why Tsunade was super special to the first Hokage, and she has a necklace that used to belong to him. Then you have all these three going on their separate ways, having apprentices of their own. Part of that is Jiraiya teaching Nagato, Yahiko, and Konan. From there on, he came back and he was a teacher of Minato Namikaze, also known as Naruto's father. Then Namito went back after training with Jiraiya and was a teacher to a group of ninja that included Kakashi. Kakashi went on to be the teacher of Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, who all apprenticed under the three Sannin, becoming the new version of the Sannin later on. It is like a big family tree branching out and just it becomes a cycle. It's so weird. It's not talked about, but it is kind of like that, and I just think that it's pretty interesting. Also, there's a lot of parallels in between the groups over the ages, but that's just expected, I suppose. Then you have Kushina. This is Naruto's mother. You did not see her in this game. I don't know why they expected you to know who she was, or how they expected you to think that this was not a spoiler. I guess because she does appear during Jiraiya's arc, the Tale of Jiraiya the Gallant arc, when he is reminiscing about Minato. And so appears Kushina, pregnant with Naruto, and they actually decide to name Naruto because of Jiraiya. Jiraiya was supposed to be Naruto's godfather. He is. It's just that because Minato and Kushina passed away the day that Naruto was born, none of that was really made official. So Jiraiya just wandered around. Then you got Killer B, the 8 Tails Jinchuriki. He's gotten used to everything and he has a very chill attitude, so much that he actually started having conversations with his Biju and learned how to tame them. After that, he can transform freely into the Biju and not go out of control, maintaining his own conscience with the form of the Biju. You got Itachi, the night that he eliminated the Uchiha clan. Same but different. You also have the day that the Hidden Leaf Village was founded by Madara Uchiha and the first Hokage. Then you got the Uchiha clan going behind the Konohagakura's back, planning a coup d'etat, just the same. And Itachi being torn in between his clan and his village. In the end, ordered by the third Hokage, he had to eliminate his clan, but he pleaded for Sasuke to be spared. Then you have him with Kisame overlooking and wandering around with the Akatsuki. Unbeknownst to anyone, he was actually reporting back and giving on the movements of the Akatsuki and some of their goals, as he could. Then you got pictures of old school Nagato, Yahiko, and Konan, as well as Nagato whenever they discovered that he had the Rinnegan, and the picture that everybody remembers about the Sage of the Six Paths, the original creator of ninjutsu. You got another flashback of Jiraiya teaching all three of them, Jiraiya telling Yahiko not to be scared, and then you got flashbacks to when Jiraiya, Orochimaru, and Tsunade were all kids training under the third Hokage, and then you got Jiraiya as a young man. Finally, Jiraiya, after training with Naruto, giving him a new jacket, and before replacing his old headband. And the cover for this game, Sasuke and Naruto. Those are all the ninja info cards, and probably most of their actual origins. I just forget some of the little details for these, but that is the context of the story. These are all screens from the anime, except for these last two. These last two are from this game's cover art. The rest are actually from the anime, and you can actually watch them or see them and identify them if you actually watch Part 1 and Part 2, Shippuden. Then we got the titles. What are titles? Titles are enhancements to your player name that you can edit on your ninja info card. Titles will show up in your profile whenever you play an online battle. Okay, so we got Shinobi, Striking Ninjutsu, Ultimate Jutsu, Bond, Fox Spirit, Bear, Ironclad, and Overwhelmingly Victorious. These are all for winning fights. Winning fights, just hitting, Shinobi and stuff. Ninjutsu for finishing with a ninjutsu. Ultimate Jutsu for winning with a Ultimate Jutsu. Bond for winning with a Team Ultimate Jutsu. Fox Spirit for winning while awakened. Bear for winning with less than 5% health remaining. Ironclad for winning with a perfect match. Overwhelmingly Victorious for winning in less than 20 counts. Ramen Loving for playing 30 matches as Naruto. Peaceful for playing 30 matches as Sage Naruto. Uchiha Clans for playing 30 matches as Sasuke. Taka's 30 matches as Taka Sasuke. Sparkling Maiden's Heart for Sakura. Roots for Sai. Taijutsu for Lee. Byakugan for Neji. Fully Armor for Tenten. Nara Clans for Shikamaru. Akimichi Clans for Choji. Yamanaka Clans for Ino. Inusuka Clan for Kiba. Aburame Clan for Shino. Hyuga Clan for Hinata. Jinchuriki for Gara. Precious Junior Student for Kankuro, Older Sister for Tamari, Masked for Kakashi, First Hokage. It's actually so weird, but First Hokage is for Yamato. They don't really explain it much in the games, but he is an experiment of Orochimaru's to infuse someone with the cells of the First Hokage, and he was the only one that survived. That's why he can use wood techniques no other ninja can, because the only ninja in history to have wood jutsu was the First Hokage. So that's what this is. Then you got Hot Blooded for Might Guy. In training, I think this was for Asuma. Reanimated for Chiyo. Mount Myoboku. Wait, no. Reanimated, I forget who it was. Mount Myoboku is for Jiraiya. Fifth Hokage is for Tsunade. Seeker is for Orochimaru. Subordinate is for Kabuto. Little Brother is for Suigetsu. The Curse Marks is for Jugo. Clumsy is for Kanin. Older Brother is for Itachi. Renegade is for Kizame. Upperclassman for Deidara. Human Puppet is for Sasori. Way of Yashin is for Hidan. Human Wallet is for Kakusu. Strongest is for Tobi. Beautiful is for Conan. The Real is for Pain. Punster is for Killer Bee. And the fourth Hokage is for Minato. That's all the characters in the game that originate from the Naruto franchise, and you have to play 30 matches with each of them to unlock a title. The main character, the Warring Tribes, Novelist, and One Who Walks the Way of the Ninja, as well as the Eight Tails Hunter, are all titles that you get for completing parts of the story. A fresh new ninja, a hardworking ninja to the core, one who overcomes the darkness, one who excels in everything, full marks for friendship, from a fresh new ninja all the way to full marks for friendship is for getting absolutely every single event in the game completed. Well off for spending a lot of money, rich for spending way more money, very rich for spending way more money. Part-timer is for opening the shop menu a few times, Buster Girl for opening the shop menu more than a few times, and Store Manager for opening the shop menu 100 times. Directly Controlled, Medical, Capricious, Earnest, Flighty are all ones that you can get for doing different types of things in the story mode. The Hidden Villages, Second Hokage, Third Hokage, Student, Mid-Mission, Trusty, Naive, Secret, and certainly Victorious, Explosively Advancing, Dojo Breaker, One Zone Ruler, Omnipotent, Underdog, actually, no, all the way over here. Until Explosively Advancing, no, Secret? I think it's until Secret. All the way up to here, these are all things that you have to do specific things for. The second Hokage is to get a specific ninja info card, the one that depicts the second Hokage. Third Hokage for watching all of the stories. Student for watching all the Ultimate Jutsu movies. Mid-Mission for clearing the refights. Trusty is, I don't really remember what Trusty was for. Naive is for examining mushrooms 50 times. Secret for warping 20 times. And certainly Victorious, Explosively Advancing, Dojo Breaker, One Zone Ruler, Omnipotent, Underdog, Survivor, Ninja, Rogue all the way to Survivor, sorry. All these are for stuff that you do online. From Certainly Victorious all the way to Omnipotent is for winning 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50 ranked matches, while the other 2 are for losing 10 and 20 matches. And then you got Ninja, Rogue Ninja, Joyful, Outrageous, Sad, Kind, Smiling, Bargaining, Supporter, Passive, Buddy, Popular, Apprentice, Pupil, Master, Friend, Bonds, Bounty Hunter, Bounty, Large Bounty, the number 1 Knucklehead, the Idiot, the Monster Strong, the Savage Beast, Gutsy, Utterly Gutsy, Bushy Brows, Uber Brows, the Genius, the Chubby, the Flower Shops, the Side Branches, the Main Branches, Desert, the Puppet Master, Uneasy, Shotting Gun, Scared, Adolescent, Space Cadet, Frog, Glasses Wearing, Prodigy, Bipolar, Unscathed, Mangekyo Sharingan, Odd Beast, Artistic, Modeler, Immortal, the Mask, the Good Kid, the Angel, the Rinnegan, the Rapper, the Yellow Flash, Akatsuki's Habbies, the Land of Fires, the Land of Winds, the Land of Earths, the Land of Lightnings, the Land of Waters, the Leaf Villages, the Sand Villages, the Mist Villages, the Rock Villages, the Cloud Villages, the Sound Villages, the Waterfall Villages, the Hot Water Villages. All of these are unlocked by getting as many storm points as you possibly can, all the way to 9999999. And that's all the titles. You do get trophies for all of this, so the ones that I said that I didn't really remember, or the ones that I said that I forgot, I'm gonna show off. Now, before moving on to the verses, there's still more to show here. In the collection, we have the collection carryover, and of course we have boss battle scenes. If you already earned the secret factor for a scene, the star marks will light up. You can always use replay main battle in the Hokage's room to try for the secret factor to see if you can unlock them all. So, yes. In the boss battle scenes you've collected, you can control the camera using the stick. This bonus feature is only available when you play the scene in collection. Enjoy the scene from a new perspective. So, for example, if I were to put this back as we load, I'm not going to watch them all, I'm just going to show off the feature because it would take a very long time. Some of these scenes are extremely long. So you actually do have a little bit of control over the camera, but it is still just inside of this mode. I am sorry if this makes anyone motion sick. The motion that the camera has is zoom in, like this, move to the left, move to the right, and it is zoom in action most of the time. So it's stuff like that. About the secret factor, because this one has the star on top of it, like you can see this bus stealing drill, first half, last half. So if we watch this one, just so that you can show off, or that I can show off rather, the secret factor thing, because they were like, oh, about the secret factor thing. So yes, about the secret factor. These are either things that are going on inside of the character's mind whenever this happens, or something that happened before in the anime or the manga that gives a little bit more context as to what happens here. Look at this. This is the camera's new perspective according to it. It's really not a new perspective. You can't throw it around, move it around as a diorama, because I think it would mess up a lot with, you know, the scenery and what they intended for you to see and whatnot. So in the end, it's really just zoom into specific sections of the scene. And as this is going on, you get a secret factor going on. When Naruto goes all like that. Look at him. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Look at his eyes. Oh! Full on Naruto! And the bells go away. So funny to move the camera around like that. The secret factor will immediately play without it showing the big banner of secret factor. So of course, this section would not be in there if you did not have the secret factor. It would be cut off and would just say they've grown, and this would happen, ending the cutscene with them getting the bells. So there you go.
I honestly didn't think you'd manage to take the bells.
Sakura. You too.
And after all that time, we can only say
All right.
exactly that. It's a neat feature. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's nothing that I really want to go out of my way to show all of, but it's right here. You can check out every single boss battle scene without any interruptions, no commands, and whatnot. So that's that. Boss battle scenes are here, and then we got the music over here. Of course, this is a sound test, and you can play the music for the entire game in here. It's just the music behind, you know, parts of the story, the music for the different stages, and music just for events and whatnot. So you have different stages for you to fight on: Forest of Quiet Movement, Day, Evening, and Night; Hidden Leaf Forest, Day and Evening; Hidden Sand Village, the Hidden Sand Gate, the 5 Sealed Barrier Cleve, the Akatsuki Hideout, Orochimaru's Hideout, the Forest of Dead Trees, the Uchiha Hideout, the Hidden Rain Village, upper and lower sections. You got Mount Myoboku and the Final Valley, as well as the Grassy Waves Prairie, A Time of Rest, and from this on is just parts of the soundtrack for the game. So A Time of Rest, Loss, Waves of Confusion, Village of Dancing Sandstorm, Dark Rain, Race Across the World, The Way of Ambition, In the Darkness, Foreign Line Where Frog Croaks, Battle in the Sand, Huge Mid-Air Bombardment, Sakura's Good Fight, 100 Puppets Blade Attack, Emotions Flare, The Fourth Awakening, Friends Fight Each Other, Acquaintance from Long Ago, Thunder Blade Flash, The Uchiha Stage, Paces Towards Death, Master Apprentice, The Great Sage Jutsu Presentation, Lightless Struggle, He Who Howls and Rages, The Beast Set Loose, White Hot Battle at the Summit, Dance of Leaves, Akatsuki, Feelings Overflow, Absolute Order, Multiple Hidden Agendas, Flickering Lamp, Eyes with Power, The Old Hero's Wish, Wind of Prayer, Too Uneasy, The Strategy Commences, Confrontation, Eyes Like Cold Steel, To the Next Generation, The Dying, Tightening Tension, A Certain Memory, Truth, Arise Sage, The Eye of Rina, A Will Inherited, The Way to Peace, Hope, and presenting the 8 Tails. As such, we have already seen absolutely everything that Ultimate Adventure has to show. However, I have still a couple of things to show here in Free Battle. You got different modes, of course. Player 1 versus the computer, Player 1 versus Player 2, and Computer versus Computer, just in case that you just want to see and learn how to play a character. You can go Team Match, in which you have your regular character and support characters around them, and Single Match, in which you just pit 2 characters against each other. Team Match is the one that I want to show because there's something that is not shown in the actual adventure mode, but you can actually see here in free play mode, and that is the different team names. If you choose a character and choose someone else that relates to that character in some way, you can get Team 7 if you watch Naruto, Sakura, and Kakashi, or if you choose Naruto, Sakura, and Sai, it's New Team Kakashi. Then you go, if you choose Kakashi and you choose Captain Yamato, that is Team 7 Captains. You can also choose Kakashi, Eternal Rivals, for Guy, or Leaf Jonin if you choose Yamato or Neji. If you choose Asuma, you got Leaf Sensei because they're all teachers, but you can also go ahead and choose any other of the teams in any structure that you want. Team Guy. And if you choose Shikamaru and Asuma, it's Inherited Will, but you can also choose Team Asuma over here, actually Inushika Cho. Team Asuma in case that you choose any other combination of those 4 characters. That's Team Asuma. You got Team Kurenai. You got the 3 Sannin, Old Friends, and the 3 Sannin if you choose Orochimaru again, the legendary Sannin. And if you choose Naruto and Jiraiya, you got the Utterly Gutsy Master and Student. But if you do these 2 and then you choose Minato, you got Legendary Guts. You can also choose Minato and Jiraiya for mutual respect, or Minato and Naruto for parent and child. Sorry. You can also have Minato, Pain, and Naruto for Jiraiya's apprentices, or if you choose Pain and Naruto, these are the children of prophecy. Why would that be? The reason for that is Jiraiya received a prophecy back in Mount Myoboku that one of his students will be destined to change the world forever. He believed that one of them was going to be Nagato, who ended up becoming Pain. It resulted, it was actually Naruto. That's why Jiraiya actually took on students from time to time. He wanted to fulfill that prophecy, and he thought originally that Minato was going to be that person. After he passed away, he did not know what else was going to happen. And in the end, Naruto apprenticed under him and he became the Child of Prophecy. If you choose Pain and Conan, you got God and Angel of the Hidden Rain Village. You can also choose Killer Bee, Naruto, and Gaara to make the Jinchuriki team. You also have Taka, Sasuke, and Itachi to have brotherly love after learning the truth. But you can also use regular Sasuke and Itachi to just call them siblings. As well as getting Tamari, Gaara, and Kankuro to make the Sand siblings. You got Chiyo and Sasori to make grandmother and grandchild, but if you go over to Kakashi, my son's enemy, because Chiyo's son fought Kakashi's father. Then you got Sasori and Deidara, who are artists. If you get any combination of the Akatsuki members, you get Akatsuki as your team name. You also got Deidara and Tobi to make Junior and Senior. And if you choose Hidan and Kakuzu, you get the Immortal Duo. You can also use Kisame and Might Guy for the Odd Beast and Scourge. And of course, you can choose Guy with Rock Lee for the Hot-Blooded Master and Student. If you choose Naruto with any combination of Ninja from the Hidden Leaf, you get Leaf Pierce. If you choose Tsunade and you choose Minato, you get Past Hokages. You can choose Orochimaru and Kabuto to make the Great Snake and Tactician. You can also choose Taka Sasuke with any combination of people from the Taka team to make Taka. But if you go back and choose Sasuke with any combination of the Taka members, you get Heavy. You can also go for Orochimaru and any combination of Jugo, Karin, or Suigetsu to get Orochimaru's gang. Original Naruto and original Sasuke make for best friends, and if you choose the different versions of them, it's the two grown up. There is also another one for Sasuke with Sai to make all boys. Then you got Kankuro, Sasori, and Chiyo to make the Puppet Masters. And if you got Sakura with Ino, they are rivals in love. You can also place Naruto and Hinata to make secret lovers. It is a thing! And if you have Tobi with Taka Sasuke, it is the truth of the Uchiha. But if you put them with any other one of the Sasuke, it is nothing else. Not even with Itachi. No other Uchiha makes a reaction out of Tobi. There we go. Tsunade and Sakura have monster strength. Terrifying, but true. And if you get Karin and Suigetsu, it's like cats and dogs. Then you get Leaf Chunin if you get any combination of anyone that is actually a Chunin. So if you go for Neji, it's Leaf Pierce because Neji is a Jonin. But Leaf Chunin are like this. If you get Neji and Hinata, it is the Hyuga clan. Naruto and Jiraiya make sages. Well, Sage Mode Naruto, that is. And Naruto and Asuma are the ones of wind nature. Sasuke and Jugo make for the curse mark. Of course, before Sasuke gets the curse mark removed. And Kisame and Suigetsu make 7 Blades of the Mist, as the both of them carry one of the Blades of the Mist. Itachi and Kisame make dangerous characters, and Itachi and Deidara make sublime art. There is a lot of very different titles for all of these teams, and there's just way too many of them. I am not sure if I actually covered all of them. If I'm missing any, I will definitely make sure to put it down as an, you know, added thing. But yeah, this is a lot. There's a lot of names, and of course, the elephant in the room. This is Lars Alexandersson, the one character that does not appear throughout the entire game because he's not part of the Naruto universe. Instead, he is a guest character because in one of the videos I said host. This is a guest character from the fighting series Tekken. I think this is from Tekken 6, and this same thing or same costume was utilized by Lars Alexandersson in Tekken 6. Let's try this out. Sure, let's have Blonde Team come over. With Naruto in his Hokage outfit. Actually, now that I think about it, the Hokage costume with Tsunade and yeah, nope, it doesn't say anything. I thought it was gonna be a different name, so nah. Let's just randomly choose. Okay, Kakashi. And we can go Kakashi and Might Guy with Might Guy. Oh, actually, I got a different one. Kakashi, Yamato, and Jiraiya are the leave higher ups. You can also do that with Tsunade, or yeah, that's the one. I am not sure how, but there was another different combination that gave you the teachers of Naruto or something of the sort. I don't remember how it is, but at this point I've probably put it on screen. So let's go with the leaf higher ups. Like this. You get to select the stage, you get a Hidden Leaf Village, Orochimaru's hideout, the Hidden Leaf Village destroyed, the Forest of Dead Trees, the Uchiha hideout, the Hidden Leaf Ruined Village, site of planetary devastation for a quiet movement day, evening and night. You got this training field, the Forest of Death, Hidden Leaf Forest day and evening. You got the Grassy Waves Prairie, the Mount Myoboku stage, Hidden Sand Gate, the Hidden Rain Village upper and lower levels. You get the Hidden Sand Village, the 5-Seal Barrier Cliff, and the Final Valley, as well as the Akatsuki hideout. Let's go to the Hidden Rain Village lower. And Lars Alexandersson, as a guest character from Tekken, from his source material. I really want to show the ultimate jutsu that we already did show before, but I kind of want to show it off here because I have stuff to show up for it. Zeus is one of his special moves back in Tekken, but if you do this ultimate attack, the move that you will pull off, come on, Minato, help me out here. Naruto, help me out here. Let me just do the thing. There we go. This is his 10-hit combo. If you have played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate recently, or if you actually played Tekken, you know that every character has a 10-hit combo. That is the one for Lars Alexandersson. I think brought from Tekken 6, not 100% sure, but I think that's the case. At any rate, everything else, it comes from, inspired by that. Shooting kunai is done through an apparatus in his arm that shoots kind of like a machine gun, and if you do this, it becomes an actual machine gun that shoots kunai. So it is kind of weird, but at the same time, very impressive to see Lars Alexandersson in here. Of course, the upper button, or the upper item for every single one of the characters, does relate to their likes, dislikes, or character in general. Of course, you see Kakashi over there with the Makeout series book that he's always reading, so if you use Alexandersson's... Whoops, sorry about that, got interrupted. If you use Alexandersson's up item, down there in the palette, he's gonna be able to... Oh, sorry, excuse you. He's gonna be able to break guards more easily. Now, I'm gonna have to ask Kakashi to actually give me a hard time, because I want to awaken. Every character has a different moment that he's able to awaken at. I didn't really touch much onto it before, but that is the case. So if I am allowed to charge up all of my chakra, thank you very much. This is Lars Alexanderson's Awakened mode, and that's it. He will also do the Seus when awakened. And this is his only victory phrase. We have injured, call a medic. Also, Lars Alexanderson is the only character in the entire game to not get an English dub. Even though the settings for my game are on English right now, he will not speak English, he's only voiced in Japanese. So Lars Alexanderson, it wasn't that great of a fight, but we managed to get that, and that is everything I wanted to show in this mode, so let's return to game mode select. Last but not least, the online battle mode. About ranked matches. Ranked match is a mode where you compete with an opponent of the PlayStation Network for battle points. Win and you earn more BP. Lose and you lose BP. Based on the number of BP you earn from winning matches, your player ranking will fluctuate. If your BP reaches a certain amount, you will go up in rank. And this is basically the way that I did a lot of the matches. As I said during the Let's Play, Chiyo, I think, is one of the better characters in the game to use, especially online. Not a lot of people can guard against so many hits, and it is very useful to break guards, as well as her being able to keep away while the puppets just come closer. You got player matches, so one-on-one battles without regard for rank, so you can just go team or single match, and you can search or create a session and invite people to play with you. You got ranked matches, so you can search or create a session, and you are trying to get BP. This is the one that you have to get in order to get titles, and to get some of the achievements at the beginning of the game, well, from 1 to 10 victories. And you got a leaderboard. This is an overview of your ranking on the Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2 network. I am not 100% sure if this is multi-platform rankings or just PlayStation rankings, to be perfectly honest. And my ranking is not on the leaderboard. Yep. And nope, no friends are here, so that's basically it. At any rate, that's pretty much what this is, and that is what the Ninja Info Cards are for. It gives your rank, your title, and your gamer tag. Also the amount of battle points that you have, and your region. And lastly, you have your options over here, which is where you can change the language, adjust difficulty settings. Of course, I played in average. Controls, so if you want to change a button and what it does, well, you can do that here. And audio and subtitle settings, so if you want to lower the volume of the music and whatnot, if you want to change the voices to Japanese, and if you want subtitles to display or not. And that is Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 2. I remember being so excited for this game back in 2010, and just playing the heck out of it, going 100% on my Xbox. I adored it so much. And I got the urge to play it again last year, and I was like, no, I really want to relive it during a Let's Play. I want to show absolutely everything that this game has to offer, and I enjoyed every moment of the playthrough, except for the parts that I had to redo multiple hours of gameplay at a time. Meaning the time that I had to re-record the fights, the refights, because I forgot to save, and the part that I had to replay the entire game because of a glitched trophy. I still like the game a lot, and I like a lot of the mechanics included in the game. I like the game a lot. So much so that I haven't really played Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Full Blast, nor Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 Road to Boruto. But I do learn a lot about the game every single time I play. And now, having to do some research on the titles and everything else, it was just an amazing experience to me. And I am very happy that I did this. I hope that you guys enjoyed it as well, and it was helpful for anyone trying to get 100%. And the ultimate platinum trophy, as well as maybe achievements for your Xbox or Steam game. This game has been re-released plenty of times. But I just gotta admit, it might be my favorite Naruto game of all time. I still have to play the third and the fourth ones in the series, but apart from this one, there's no other games that I have so many fun memories of, except for Rise of Ninja and Broken Bond. And those are extremely hard to come by now. At any rate, that is everything for this series and for this video as well. Thank you so very much if you stayed all the way through the video, because it certainly was a long one. And there was a lot of things to talk about, especially because I decided to describe every single one of the ninja info cards. I could have just shown them all in order. But no, I actually wanted to give a lot more of that, because this series, Naruto in general, I love Naruto. I like anime, and Naruto was one of the first ones that I actually watched and was invested in the story, and not just like, oh, who's gonna be stronger now? It just meant so much more to me than a lot of other animes at the time, and a lot of the animes that I've watched over the years. It was a bonding point for me and my cousin. It was the way that I started talking to some people. My first cosplay ever was Kiba from the first part of Naruto. It's just very precious to me, the series in general. And knowing that it ended, and it was so acclaimed that a new one started, a continuation started, I just really, really wish for more people to see how great this series is. And I can convey that with the love of something else, video games. The Ultimate Ninja Storm series is one of the best ways to experience the Naruto Shippuden story. Not the Naruto story, because the first game does not really give you a story mode, you just explore the city and go through flashbacks. But if you just want a rundown of the actual story of the manga, these games can give you that. You're gonna spend way less time watching filler arcs or trying to memorize the way that you have to skip this part of certain episode because this part is filler, but the end of the episode is actually canon, but the next 10 episodes are filler, and then you have 10 minutes of canon, and then you got the rest of the episode, and then 20 more episodes of filler. You don't have to do any of that. You really don't have to do anything like that. The Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm games are very good adaptations of the story of Naruto Shippuden. So that's it. Guys, thank you so very much for being here with me. Thank you so very much for joining me on this journey. And thank you so much for sticking out with me. Because this was a long series. And some of these videos got really long. But I'm just very glad we played them. And I could play it with you. Thank you very much. And I'll see you guys here next time for something different. And in the future for Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 Full Burst. Goodbye, guys.